So we're going to have a little conversation with some of the local natives, and when I asked them to do this is really fun because I didn't hand choose. I randomly selected. I want any student in our middle school to be able to stand up, find their voice. I want a student to find their voice. What is it that makes meaning and brings them excitement? And so I just start grabbing kiddos. So I grabbed this group, and we're going to share a few questions. I think I laid out my list over here. There you go. And I want you as an audience to maybe also feel free to ask, if you feel so disposed to ask a question, you can do that as well. This is sort of a conversational approach. We wanted to pick a few prompts. A prompt is something that says to a student, give me what you think about this. And the first prompt that I want to give is what makes learning at St. Gregory special for you. I mean, you're the consumer. You're the product. So who wants to answer what makes St. Gregory great for you? I see two fingers sort of tentatively waving. Caroline Knorr, what do you think?
Well, I come from a school system that's really rigorous and that's really kind of old-fashioned. It's been the same for about 2 or 3 generations, and I was new this year. So when I came here, I really like the fact that it's, like, for example, in writing, we are really allowed to write what we want. Like, we have prompts, but they really give us the liberty to write what we want. And the teachers really pay attention to you, and they get to know you well. So that's good. So they know your strength, and so they know what you need help with, and they know what you're good in, so they can really pay attention to that and get you to a really high level. And I think that's really good.
Thank you, Caroline. Natasha?
Kind of how Caroline was saying, the teachers really get to know you, and especially since the classes are extremely small, everyone in each class knows each other really well, so there are a lot of connections. And like, I started here in 6th grade, and I know Caroline just started here, she was kind of new here, but the teachers, you can tell, really get to know you from the beginning. So like, even if you came from 6th grade like I did, the teachers know you really well, but if you're new, the teachers will know you just as well because they really put in the effort to get to know exactly like the way that you learn. And especially since the classes are small, they're able to focus on like students more. So if I were to learn by seeing something, they were able to do that for me, and also help the people who learn by hearing things or by actually doing things. And so every base is covered when you're learning.
Natasha mentioned a couple of things. Connections in class size. I want you to think about the prospect if you are really, if writing is that darn important for success, then if you are in a class of 30 to 35, if you teach 5 sections of those a day and you run them through every 47 minutes, how many writing assignments as a teacher are you going to be able to give? And how much good learning is tied to immediate feedback? Good learning is when a student gets immediate feedback about what they're doing. And that's one of the key things that I think is a really big thing you need to think about. Because, you know, I'm an old, I'm not here to get into a big tug of war. I was a long time District 16 administrator, and good stuff there. And I'm not going to get into us and them, but I'm telling you, when you have a class of 12 to 15, it makes a difference in the kind of learning, in the immediacy of the feedback that you can give to students about their learning. That's an important piece. The other piece that Natasha talked about is connectedness. The theory on connectedness today is really going big time. Connectedness is the ability for a student to connect to their school, to connect to their peers, to connect to their teachers. The higher index of connectivity that you can create, no question about it, success goes skyrocketing. The ability to connect. Because connecting is what makes meaning. There has to be meaning in all of this experience. It's not just coming here on your way to college. It's to make meaning while you're here. And that connectivity is a really important factor among kids, whether it's Caroline coming in new, whether it's a kid who came through Castle Hill and knows this community and has been here since 6th grade. The ability for a kid to come in here and be really connected to their peers and to their teachers is very, very important. And I think we do that well. Thank you.